As I reflect back on my speeches from the past 6 weeks, I've come to a few conclusions. I do believe that my intros and conclusions were meaningful and effective. For example, in my informative speech, I began and ended with a story about my brother. This really added emotion to my topic and I believe kept the listener's attention. I also believe that my speeches were structured and organized and very easy to follow. One way I could do a better job of making my speeches easier to follow is by keeping my sentences shorter and also my paragraphs shorter so that the listener doesn't get bored. I think one of the better areas of my speeches were my transitions. I usually do a good job with transitions and think that this is one of my stronger parts of speeches. Although I do believe I made good eye contact and didn't rely too much on note cards, I think I could do a better job with eye contact. For example, when I was unsure about the next part of my speech or couldn't remember a sentence, my eyes tended to wander away from my audience as I was trying to remember what I was going to say. As far as my vocals, I believe that this was the area that I struggled with the most. With my articulation, I did stutter a bit because I was nervous. With my volume, my voice tended to get softer when I was unsure about a sentence and towards the end of the speech. The rate at which I was speaking was also a little slow because I needed more practice and couldn't remember what I was trying to say. One way that I can avoid verbal fillers, since I did this a lot, was by getting more practice with my speeches. I think that if I think before I speak, I will not use as many verbal fillers and will be more confident about what I'm going to say next. I did meet all time requirements, but I think that I could have made the time requirements a little longer. I just made the bare minimum on a lot of the requirements, and I think I can improve this by lengthening some of my speeches and getting more practice and becoming more confident with my words.